Tuesday night, April 28th, CBS LA is teaming up with CBS stations from across California to host the CBS California Governor's Debate.
The debate will be held at the historic Bridges Auditorium on the Pomona College campus. And joining us now, one of the debate moderators, Pomona College Assistant Professor of Politics, Sara Sadhwani. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
I feel the anticipation coming. We're at Friday, Tuesday's around the corner. So 6 candidates just participated in a debate this week. We were watching. Nobody seemed to really move the needle with their performance. What do you think voters actually want to hear, and how are you going to push the candidates?
Yeah, that's so right. I mean, this has been just an incredible debate season or season for this race. We have a crowded field of candidates. And it's such a consequential moment. It's rare. It's only once every, typically 8 years, that the seat is completely open. And this race is wide open. What we've seen is there remains a large swath of California voters who are undecided. So debates like the one we're about to host are a really important opportunity for voters to tune in and really learn more about these candidates, the kinds of policy priorities that they have, as well as the kind of personality that they have. That's, I think, one of the real benefits of having these kind of live debates is you get to see these individuals in action.
Yeah, I mean, 40% undecided is a huge number. Sara, Californians seem frustrated with several issues in our state, including, of course, the homeless crisis. But the Democratic candidates all gave Governor Newsom an A or B grade on the job he's done. The 2 Republican candidates handed out Fs. Are the Democratic candidates staying loyal, maybe to a fault?
It's possible. Homelessness, you're absolutely right, has been one of the most important issues in California, really since COVID. And it's a tricky balancing act that the Democratic candidates have, because while much of the electorate is split on their support for Gavin Newsom, he does remain incredibly popular amongst his loyalist supporters. And any one of those Democratic candidates knows that they need to be able to tap into that support. So it's a balancing act of being able to critique Governor Newsom, while at the same time not going too far to alienate his base of support that they are going to be trying to draw upon. That being said, when you're all saying about the same things about Gavin Newsom or on policy issues, it makes it really hard to distinguish yourself in these kinds of moments where voters are looking to distinguish between the candidates.
And, before this debate happened, a pair of candidates did drop out. The polls did reshuffle after that happened. But as we've been talking about, there's still 20 to 25% of voters say they are undecided. We are now 10 days away from mail-in voting getting underway, which I can't believe. Is it unusual to see such a large portion of voters still undecided at this point?
Yeah, it's unusual, I think, in California politics to not have a front runner in this race for governor. I think in many ways this is reflective of the Democratic Party nationally, though, as well. I just saw research that came out yesterday coming out of Colorado, that local Democrats still don't really have a clear understanding of what went wrong in the 2024 election. And we see across the nation in various races, from the New York City mayor's race to the New Jersey governor's race, Democrats are winning in this Trump environment, but very different kinds of Democrats. Some very progressive, some more moderate, middle of the road. So in many ways, I think there's a question of what it is that voters actually want in their candidates. And that's ultimately what this primary election will show us, is what the direction will be for California.
And Sara, we mentioned that you will be one of the moderators. We're curious, every time I watch a debate, I really admire what the moderators are able to do to maybe keep them on time, get the questions moving. What is your prep process like ahead of this debate?
Well, we're certainly doing a whole lot of research on the comments that all of these candidates have made on some of the topics that are most important to Californians. So we really want to be able to hold candidates to their word, but also push them to get specific. It's easy in these debates at times for candidates to just refer to their talking points and not say a whole lot on the meat and substance of the policy, but we're really looking to get into the depths, into the weeds when possible, so that voters can really be informed about the kind of leadership that a governor will bring to the state of California.
Well, we can't wait to watch. Professor, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right.
And of course, our CBS California governor debate is coming Tuesday. I'm going to be out there starting our live coverage on CBS LA Mornings, and then at 5:30 p.m. you can watch the debate live right here on KCAL 9, also on CBS LA Channel 2, and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles.